So my mother would take a little stool, I'm sorry,
It's okay.
and she would let me watch that. You know, she'd keep the cover off.
Was
and
it a
I'd watch
ringer
those.
washer? Did it have the ringer?
Spin. It was
Oh,
a
spin dryer.
Yeah.
But what she had to do was from that pantry is where the washer was, she would put those clothes in a spin dryer, and then she had to rinse them, so she carried them into the bathroom, and we had bluing. We would pour in the water, the bathtub, turn the water blue, and it made the clothes white.
So
And
you
then
had a regular flush toilet. You didn't have an outhouse in the back.
flush toilet,
What did you have in the backyard?
just a barn.
You had, I remember the alley. You had an alley.
Oh, yeah,
The alley.
So
I remember for whatever reason.
So what's the
Going into that.
And
story
the
about
sheeting man
getting?
used to come. He was the man that came on a wagon with a horse pulling him, and he used to buy rags. He would buy rags and papers, and then he would sell it.
Do you know what they made out of the rags? Did they just recycle them into more cotton?
Rugs, maybe? Did they make rugs?
Paper.
I don't know.
Paper used to have.
Linen paper?
Yeah, you would,
Yeah, because there was no polyester then, was there?
No. Actually, much later.
Yeah.
So
And they've still got sheenies around here. Every garbage day, the
Oh, yeah.
sheenies are out.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Old rickety pickups, and they built
Yeah,
up the
like-
sides with old box springs
Yeah,
of
they did.
cars
They
or
go
old
around,
pieces
yeah.
of wood, and they're
I
just
know it works sometimes.
piled up.
They used to go down the alley.
Yeah.
What I remember real well, we had a black man. He was black as the ace of spades. He had gold in his teeth, on top. And he was the ice man. If we needed ice for our ice box, there was a little tiny porch on the back of our house, and there was an ice box there. And if we needed ice, there was a sign that we had. We'd put it in the window, and he knew when we needed ice, he'd come and he'd say, ice, to let you know he's coming.
How did he say that again?
Ice.
Do you remember that, Aunt
All
Birch?
his gold teeth. I used to watch him through the window because, well, we did have blacks down the street, but I mean, it was unusual to see a man that black.
I thought you had blacks next door.
Wasn't there a teacher and she did piano teaching or?
Yeah, that was the second, third, right next to Baba. Third house up the corner.
What was Baba's maiden name?
Maiden name?
Yes.
Wondolkowski.
Oh,
Babe Wondolkowski.
What's her first name for real?
Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh. Virginia Wondolkowski.
So where did you get your coal from? I heard stories about your coal. Where you got
I
it from?
remember Helen told me that my mother and her, when we were really low, would go where the railroad tracks were, where the coal would come in, and some of it would fall off the pile, and they would go and, have a bucket
Snag
or
it.
whatever and bring that coal. And she said one time there was a cop there, and they thought, oh, are they going to get in trouble? But he let them go.
Now tell them what you heard about the coal and your dad.
I heard that my dad and I don't know Teddy or something would knock the coal off the car.
They jump on the car and knock it back.
They did.
They used to have dicks there watching, but they made it all right.
Yeah. Dicks, they called them.
Yeah.
Dicks.
Cops
Did they
like
call
Dick
all the
Tracy.
cops dicks back then?
That was because Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy.
The big four would come by, They had the big four big guys in a big car. They were all dicks.
Was that because